Gallons of sewage leaked from Mexico into the Tijuana River. The mayor of Imperial Beach says it might be the worst sewage spill ever.
NBC7's Alex Pachet was out in Imperial Beach earlier today. Here's how he says they're dealing with all of this.
Hey guys, yes, I'm here on Imperial Beach and the weather's pretty rough, so nobody else is out here. But take a look behind me. That big yellow sign is warning people not to get into the water because of pollution. Pollution so bad, the mayor here is calling it a tsunami of sewage.
This by far was the worst sewage spill in over a decade, if not ever.
Imperial Beach Mayor Serge Tadina did not hold back.
This is a tsunami of sewage spills.
143 million gallons of sewage leaked from Mexico into the Tijuana River from February 6th. So bad, people are urged not to go into the water.
We had started complaining about this, official formal complaints, on February 15th. This was so strong and so large that it stunk up an area of probably 15 miles along the river. So you had residents who live along the river just complaining about it. And then it contaminated a stretch of coastline for more than 20 miles in the U.S. and Mexico.
The International Boundary and Water Commission released its own report late Friday confirming the leak, the likely result of sewer construction gone wrong.
If in the United States would result in fines, if not criminal investigation. So we'll be asking for a full federal investigation into what happened and why this was allowed to happen.
In 2015, the U.S. and Mexico actually made an addendum to a treaty specifically to help prevent waste in the Tijuana River. It's called Minute 320.
This shouldn't have happened. It was absolutely unacceptable that it happened. But number two, it was unacceptable that we weren't notified.
Now, a community meeting on this issue is scheduled for March 2nd. Mayor Tadina says it's not just about having the meeting, but it's about having better infrastructure and better lines of communication with the neighbors to the south. Reporting in Imperial Beach, Alex Pachet, NBC7.
Not to be left out, dozens of angry South Bay residents packed a meeting Thursday, concerned about the more than 143 million gallons of raw sewage that contaminated nearby water.
This problem won't be solved unless the public gets engaged, and that's what we're doing tonight. Surfrider and Wild Coaster here, getting people to write letters to elected officials.
Demanding a bi-national investigation into this spill, and it worked. The International Boundaries Water Committee says they will launch a 30-day intensive look.
Residents on both sides of the border just want the same thing, and that's clean water.
The leak began February 6th and continued for 17 days, according to a report by the International Commission.
Really upset about the lack of action, the lack of clarity, the lack of communication, and really the lack of respect to the people that live in this area.
The sewage, which came from Mexico, slowly began seeping into the river and made its way 20 miles up the coast through Coronado.
This town absolutely stink. That's the only way to put it. It was the horrible smell. We've got all that trash coming in.
The city of IB filed an official complaint on February 15th. IB's mayor wants to see the U.S. government investigate what caused the spill.
Investigation is going to move forward. We need to fix this problem once and for all.
And why his city's residents weren't notified of the contamination.
We will not tolerate this anymore. What happens if one of these beautiful kids gets hepatitis C, MRSA, meningitis over this?
The committee says the leak was likely caused by sewer construction in Tijuana gone wrong.
It's unacceptable. The fact that no one was notified violated all kinds of international protocols and treaties. So we need to make sure that doesn't happen again.